Hey everybody, Brendan here in front of the whiteboard. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing what a leaky gut is, as well as what a leaky brain is. If you're not new to my channel, you definitely know that I talk about gut-related issues. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Brendan. I'm also known as the Gut Whisperer. And I help individuals recover from a leaky gut, whether you've got autoimmune issues, weight issues, systemic inflammation like joint pain, you want to clear up your skin, you've got gas, bloating, heartburn, irregular bowel movements. All of those things can be addressed by starting first at the root cause, which is the gut. So let's begin. This diagram was from last night's lecture that I was hosting for my private students in my curriculum. And I thought to myself, like, you know what? This really needs to be shared publicly. So I'm going to do that right now. Now, before I really dive into the depths and connecting everything, I've got to do a little bit of anatomy first. So if you've seen this diagram before, you know what? It's probably good to watch it again because you're always going to learn some reinforcing things. So here's a very, very small picture of the digestive tract. Right when we eat food, it goes into our mouth, chew, 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 chew. The predominant enzyme in our saliva is called amylase, and that's what breaks down carbohydrates. And then once you've chewed that bolus then passes the esophageal sphincter then down into the stomach. The food is going to reside in the stomach for absolutely minimum 2 hours, but more like 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 hours. The food will stay in the stomach. Now the stomach secretes a whole lot of hormones and chemical enzymes, but predominantly hydrochloric acid. And when that food gets broken down through a mechanical and chemical process, right, the hydrochloric acid then signals to the pancreas to release the digestive enzymes, protease, amylase, lipase. We've got some pepsinogen happening right now, as well as when that acidic chyme or chyme enters into the small intestine, it's got to get neutralized. And with the adequate presence of stomach acid, it will also signal to the pancreas to release bicarbonate, and bicarbonate neutralizes the acidity. And once you've got that food that's now traveling into the small intestine, that's where the bulk of the nutritional absorption takes place. Then it's going to now go ascending colon, the transverse colon, descending colon, right? Obviously that's where the fecal matter develops and builds up, and then obviously exits out the rectum. Now, what's really, really important is to understand that that whole process, that whole pipeline, essentially it's one long tube. And if you were to stretch out from the mouth to the anus and just really stretch out a human body, that whole process, that whole tube, that whole GI is essentially one tube, and that's what you're looking at right here. And so you've got to think to yourself, like, is the GI, is that tube inside the body or outside the body? And when I was explaining this to the class last night, this, what you're looking at right here, pretend it's a donut, right? And pretend that someone just took a bite out of that donut. Now you can see all of like the yeasts and the dough and the ingredients and all that stuff. But essentially the tube, the hole, is still like outside. It's still exposed to just the air. Now if you were to stretch that donut out into like a long cylinder, that tube in the middle, it's still part of the air, right? It's just like this. But the contents inside the donut, that's where all the bulk is. So here's the thing. If we were to stretch this tube open, that's where the food goes, in that tube, and then it's up to all of the villi, and that's what we're looking at here, the microvilli, the enterocytes, all of the healthy bacteria, to essentially absorb all of those nutrients and then deliver them through the cells into our systemic bloodstream, right? So that's what we're looking at right here. Now, and that's why it's essentially outside of the body. Our GI is outside of the body, and it's up to the nutritional absorption and the absorption of the cells to absorb all of that and then distribute it into the body. Now, what we're looking at here, these are the epithelial cells. Now this cell here, obviously it's just a magnified drawing of it, but what you're looking at here is the villi has been basically broken down. this person does not have any villi on the cell. That's someone who's got celiac, for example. And the villi and the microvilli and the enterocytes, they're responsible for the absorption of all the food. And if you don't have villi, then you can assume and imagine just how compromised one's absorption really is. So that's why it's so important to chew your food, eat easily digestible foods, take your digestive enzymes, support your stomach acid, okay? Now, if you've got these undigested food molecules that are quite large, and they've essentially invaded this whole digestive process. Now this is just another picture of it. They're going into the body, into the GI, and some of these proteins and these large macromolecules are too big. They can't get absorbed into the cells. And when someone's got a leaky gut, the cells that line the gut, the tight junctions, they're essentially open, they're exposed. Now, here's something really cool. The diameter of a red blood cell is roughly around 5 to 7 micrometers, and there's a picture of the red blood cell. Now, the junctions between each of these epithelial cells is very tight, 3 to 5 micrometers apart. If someone's got leaky gut and these tight junctions have been opened, essentially, right, which leads to these macromolecules and antigens and pathogens that don't belong, they essentially invade into the bloodstream, causing an immune response, right? We've got all of our IgG, IgA, IgM, IgE antibodies that attack foreign particles that don't belong. But think about this. This is crazy. 3 to 5 micrometers apart, these cells are very close together. 5 to 7 micrometers is the diameter of a red blood cell. What is the diameter or the gap between someone who's got leaky gut? Well, the answer is right here, 200 to 300 micrometers apart. So you can imagine that there is a huge gap between these cells. You've got a lot of invading things going into the systemic bloodstream causing an immune response. That is what leaky gut is, right? So when you're living a gut-friendly lifestyle, when you're supporting your digestion, when you're not eating things that cause excessive inflammation, that support the integrity of the gut lining, you're not going to have that systemic chronic invasion into your bloodstream causing an immune response, right? So that's called loss of oral tolerance. When these cells, when they can't repair themselves and they can't regenerate, they're done. They're like, we can't fix ourselves anymore. So that's called loss of oral tolerance. And when these molecules continuously invade into the systemic bloodstream, causing an immune response, then what happens is some of these food molecules can somewhat resemble some of the other molecules that make up some of our tissue. And that's what the body starts to attack our own tissue, called an autoimmune condition, right? That's called collateral damage. And so when that happens, then you know you've got a serious problem. So think about it. We've got these undigested food molecules and antigens and pathogens that can invade into our systemic bloodstream throughout our whole body, whether it's our joints, our skin being expressed, our pancreas, our liver, our lungs, our eyes, right? Any of these undigested molecules and antigens can basically express themselves and be shown anywhere in the body. Now, here's the thing. If you've got a leaky gut, you definitely have a leaky brain. And so, this horrible diagram, again, this is for the class, but I just wanted to share this. For every one signal the brain sends to the gut, there's 9 signals from the gut traveling along the vagus nerve into the brain. So if you've got dysbiosis in the gut, if you've got imbalanced bacteria, if you've got compromised digestion, if you're not absorbing the nutrients that you should be absorbing, then you can imagine just how much of a lack of communication there is from the gut to the brain and the brain to the gut, right? So if you've got a leaky gut, you've got a leaky brain. This is called the blood-brain barrier. And what happens is these antigens, right, they're being leaked into the whole body, and the body is attacking those, causing systemic inflammation, more collateral damage, more tissue damage. The same thing is happening with your brain. When these antigens and these macromolecules invade into the brain, that's called, again, the blood-brain barrier. Your brain is on fire. Your brain is getting attacked and your body is attacking your own tissue. Again, collateral damage. So I just wanted to share that because if you've got a leaky gut, you've got a leaky brain. You've got a leaky brain, you've got a leaky gut. And the only way to really reverse course is to completely reset and rehabilitate your gut. You've got to eliminate all of the assault. You've got to eliminate all the foods that are unable to digest. You've got to heal and seal those epithelial cells. And if you're celiac, you really have got to clean things up because you already have a reduced ability to absorb nutrients. Okay, so that's why I've designed my 6-week program. Pardon me. It's called GFL. It is literally hands down the best program in the world to help individuals recover from a leaky gut and repair their leaky brain and reverse their autoimmune conditions and really manage symptoms that they want to get rid of. So I just wanted to share that with you because it's a very fast video. It was just the top of my mind. I just wanted to share this on my YouTube. Normally this is reserved in a lot more detail for my students. But if this is something that interests you and you really want to get a handle on recovering and repairing your own body, then I can teach you with my GFL program. So there's a link below here. You can register for the free webinar. And then if you want to continue to move forward, like, let's just sign you up and let's work together. Completely heal and seal your gut. Gut Whisperer out.